Hey, what's up everybody? Salutations and welcome to another random, very unlikely used setup here. Today I'm going to be knifing only, of course using the ballistic knives and failing at cross-map tomahawks as I always do. Give you a nice little disclaimer right off the bat, the first two kills are not with my knife. See, I get a C4 kill there, and then I get one kill with my Olympia. But after that, it's all knife all the time. And, you can see, totally failing that guy. But, I guess he failed even more. And, jump shot this guy with 2 shots my Olympia. But that's it. No more guns. Straight up knifing, starting with this guy. Slice this fool's abdomen right open. Run the spy plane counters, spy plane, care package, I believe. It's a real shame I wasn't running Blackbird because I would have gotten a couple in this game. I do get a pretty decent score, especially considering that I'm only knifing. And one of the things that I really pride myself on is my versatility. I like using really strange classes and gimping myself a little bit. Nice little 3-piece there with the tomahawk. And totally failing these two guys. But the reason I like using such strange setups is that, you know, they're very hard to use and it's a lot more rewarding as a gamer when you do well with that setup because you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. You're giving your enemy a handicap on which they can build on because they have such a great advantage of you, especially when doing something like knifing only. And you see, I'm just wrecking a house up in their spawn. And Summit's a real good map for knifing and shotgunning. Of course, nice little ghost camper hiding in a corner with a claymore next to him. You know, your typical Call of Duty player. But see, throw my care package down there for my teammates to guard because there's so many enemies back here, obviously. Ammo, I'll leave that for them. They could go ahead and grab it. And unfortunately, they get taken out by an enemy, so I'm just looking to avenge them. Fail with tomahawk, and then teammate cleans up right there. But I think only could be pretty fun. There are, of course, quite a few commentators out there who are only knifers, only use me blade, only use knife, and different variations of gamer tags with the words knife in them. And these guys are very, very good, much better than I will ever hope to be at any weapon. It's very fun to run around and only knife people. It's fun to, you know, only snipe people. It's fun to use shotguns. You know, the Call of Duty gives us a lot of variety when it comes to different ways we can end the enemy players' lives. And nice little scalper there for the 2-piece and the 3-piecers with the knife. See, you can only do stuff like that when you're only knifing, and it's just really fun. It's incredibly satisfying because you know that your enemy has such a great advantage over you, and it feels like you're taking out an opponent with more powers than you. It's like, you know, you're taking out a mini-boss every time, in a sense. Of course, you'll get cleaned up by ghost campers using, you know, 74Us and FAMASs and whatnot, but you know, but when you do kill people, it's going to be a lot more satisfying than when you do with a gun, especially when all you're doing is knifing and tomahawking people. It's just a lot of fun. Occasionally I'll go only knifing, not just because, you know, I'll think it's a great strategy and I'll always be off the radar because knifing doesn't show up. And if I use Ghost, I'll never show up on any radar unless they have a Blackbird. But I just do it for fun. I do it because I can, because I'm good enough at this game to where I can put myself in such a disadvantaged position to only knife and still do well in this game and have a lot of fun, of course. And this is also a lot easier, of course, if you're running with a team, if you're running with a couple of guys who will, you know, give you some room to wiggle with to use crazy setups like this. And a bit of a stare down with this guy. 2 failed tomahawks. I was waiting to ballistic knife him as he came through, but he made the smart move and stunned me and took me out with his gun there. So I got outplayed. Go ahead here, try to clean this guy off of B. 2 failed tomahawks and a failed ballistic knife, and I get ballistic knife on that guy, but unfortunately I was not able to save the B flag. And when you're knifing, you're not going to be able to camp flags very successfully. You won't be able to defend very well, but you can still clean up guys, wreak havoc in their spawn, and just annoy the crap out of them. I know I get very annoyed when I get knifed in this game because it's not by people who are putting themselves at a disadvantage by only using their knife and tomahawks. I only get knifed by people who, you know, squeeze their controller really hard when they get scared that they see a player as good as me, so they grip the controller, hit that thumbstick down, and they melee me by accident. Or, you know, they just see me around a corner, they instinctively hit that control stick, and they, you know, they kill me with their knife from, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100 feet away. And that's really annoying for me because just panic knifing in this game takes absolutely no skill, and it's not your fault when you get panic knifed. When your enemy has a gun out, you have your gun out. You see each other, you know, whether that's around a corner or somewhere where you're in close quarters, and they hit that knife button knowing that they can kill you in one hit with a really cheap weapon that has a pretty good range. I mean, the knife has as good a range as any shotgun in this game, so and especially since all you have to do is hit that thumbstick to get that knife lunge activated. It's a very powerful, overpowered if you ask me, and admittedly it is a very useful tool. Go ahead and stab this guy, and I tried to get him, but not everyone is dumb enough to get in this game to allow that to happen to their friend and themselves on a consistent basis. But I'm not gonna lie, you're not gonna be able to go in a game battles match or taking out really good teams by only using your knife. That's just not something you're going to be able to do. Oh, nice. Look at that range on that tomahawk. Long shot. Satisfying as hell. I had to commit suicide because I know I could not improve upon that tomahawk, so I had to go ahead and kill myself because I'm sure the other guy was raging after he saw that he got totally outplayed by a tomahawk, and out of solidarity I decided to commit suicide. So stun grenades I love utilizing to my best advantage when I'm knifing, get my tomahawk on. And the ballistic knife itself that you shoot is also a useful weapon, although you will not see very many instances where that's the best option, especially since you have 1 or 2 tomahawks at your disposal, and because it's very hard to use the ballistic knife when you fire it. Pwn that fool, and get my ham status on, as only Use Me Blade would say. I accidentally pick up this Galil, but enemy spawns over here, and we're trying to keep the enemy at bay. See, I get the ballistic knife kill there because I'm awesome. A lot of the times it's honestly just luck, guys, when it comes to using the ballistic knife. But you can practice with it in a, you know, private match, and you will find that you get better at it. And see, total fail on that guy. I should have had him, but you know, when you're only knifing, you cannot expect to have very many fair fights. But I honestly just do this for fun, and I got a pretty good score out of it, as you can see. The game's winding down right here. Throw a couple of stuns because that makes them such easy targets. 2 failed tomahawks off of this railing. I really want to get that 40th kill, but unfortunately, no dice for me. Final score here is 39-10. No captures and no defends, but keep in mind I was only knifing. By the way, I'm knifing on a tactical setup, so maybe a thumbs up for that. I'm not hitting that thumbstick, guys. I have a pretty nice controller that allows me to knife a lot better than I usually would, but I like tactical setup when I'm knifing and when I'm shooting. Because that's just what I'm used to. It's what I like, and I find myself playing a lot better with that setup. And so that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a comment below if you did, because that's really the best way that I can gauge to see if I'm doing my channel justice, and if you guys are at all enjoying my videos. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you next time for some more really awesome Black Ops stuff.